So basically, the anvil is the grand prize, guaranteed, and these other treasures would be offered to the first place winner, as well as the runner-up.
What are the rules of ball pit?
No unnecessary roughhousing.
Hold on.
Parental consent.
There's like 5 or 6 different competitions here. That's just the main one. Then you got the throwing contest. You have an archery competition. You got a wrestling competition.
No, I'm serious though. What are the rules of the ball pit? I'm just calling it the ball pit because that's all I've heard it's called so far.
The Mage's Meadow. The rules are basically just it's like skeet shooting. You're destroying fast-moving clay targets with magic as fast as you can.
Okay, so you're not fighting mage against mage.
No, they're not that crazy.
Well, that's boring. I was to see if I could trick my way into the mage tournament and just shoot everybody with crossbow bolts. Technically, it appears like I do magic because I can turn invisible. If it's not magic, then what the hell am I doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Basically, it's all about shooting it, getting as best a score as quickly as possible. Trick shots are encouraged.
Ooh.
Is there any requirements for entering the Grand Tourney, the melee?
You need to be a warrior or rogue only.
You have to be a warrior. Right? What if you just dress as a warrior?
I mean, how would they know you're not a warrior?
Yeah.
Warrior's like the default.
I know. You basically you can't use magic at all in the Grand Tourney.
I mean, here's the thing: Marius could just put on armor and not use magic.
Yeah.
Oh, I know that. That's why it's going to be funny.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put on my armor and wield my short sword.
Well, yeah, because you're like a Tevinter noble. You used to be in the front lines of a. Well, no, you were in the back line, weren't you?
I was admin.
Yeah, you were in the back line of a war. You saw what other people did.
The throwing contest is offering 100 sovereign purse for first place.
Oh man, I can throw contests like the best of them.
You also will win the battered tin tankard of Towerby.
I'm sorry, why do you want to win an anvil again?
Basically a trophy.
No, what is it good for?
Oh, okay.
It's bragging rights. It's the traveling prize for the drunken axe throwing contest.
I argue the three of us together could not carry it out of the city.
It's a tankard. It's
the anvil is a tankard.
Oh, the anvil is
the anvil, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. What's the point of the anvil?
You gotta ask the dwarves that, but I don't think they're gonna divulge the information.
I want to point to you that if you have to ask why the grand prize is good, it's probably not a good grand prize.
Right. But Percival's probably not going to ask that in particular, but drunken axe throwing, that could just be fun.
I don't think you followed me here.
How sure am I that we actually
ask?
How sure am I that we've actually already found Anvil Breaker?
I just want to suggest that maybe Anvil Breaker is not itself an anvil. Anvil Breaker would have to be the hammer that you use on the anvil.
Right, and that's what you guys got from the Grey Wardens. You still have that. You still actually took it with you, right, Mary?
I don't know. I wasn't there for the session that we got it, so I don't know if we did get it or if the Wardens kept it.
You did get it, yes.
Then I would have sent it back to Tobias because I didn't want it.
See, I'm just saying, though, that
I think that was probably what you were traveling to do, honestly.
Calling an anvil breaker is like having the teeth that eats other teeth. It's just a stupid concept. And I would think that we got a shitty GM if he tried to pull some shit on me like that. So maybe he could get that smirk off his face thinking, oh, this is a clever idea I just thought up.
It was a clever idea. I wish I thought of it.
The anvil that breaks other anvils.
No, in all seriousness, originally the Anvil Breaker was going to be the prize of this contest, but I had to switch that up.
Mm-hmm.
So
that still works.
No, it still works. They're actually getting a magical anvil. But the Ruby Dagger was always intended to be part of this. At this point, right. Once you kept saying we're going to do this, all right, I got to think of something. So there's a series of prizes. Besides the gold coin, gold purses, the Ruby Dagger, Mithril armor, Anvil Breaker, not Anvil Breaker, the Anvil is there for the main melee. You got a gold purse and a tin tankard for the throwing contest. The archery competition, what you win for that is 100 gold, as well as an ancient longbow that they're marketing, known as Hawk's Flight.
Ooh. Very fancy.
Now they're keeping all these prizes in one room, right?
The wrestling, well,
I mean, I hope you are prepared for both the negotiation, deception, bluff rolls, and all the stealth. Well, you can't track me, so I don't have to worry about that.
I want to see this above the board this time, too. I want to see Muska.
Here's the problem is I can't compete in any of this, so the only way I'm going to get prizes is if I get prizes.
Well, I kind of figured you might try some stuff. Anyway.
Well, I have to. I can't compete. Competing is like, put your name down. Let me remember you for the next however long the tournament is. That's not going to work. Alright, well, I can negotiate with the guy guarding the door, or the guys guarding the door, an infinite number of times. So...
There is wrestling matches completely throughout the events. There will be a wrestling tournament, as well as several specialty matches. Every person who participates in a wrestling match or a boxing match will be paid 20 silvers per match.
Oh, hey.
And receive an additional 5 gold for each fight they win.
That's pretty fantastic. Well, maybe I might actually participate after all this year.
The wrestling, no armor is allowed in the wrestling matches.
Naturally.
And the Mage's Medal, I mean, you're asking what the Mage's Medal does. It's basically like skeet shooting, like I said. I lied. There was actually a prize listed. Several prizes. Best trick shot gets a 25 sovereign bonus. The mage, who becomes the audience favorite throughout the tournament, gets a masterwork crown as their prize. And the highest score wins a golden dragon statue. As well as the highest score for each day, they get a dozen lyrium potions.
Oh, wow.
So the rewards there for the Mage's Medal are there, but that's all you're allowed to do if you are participating as a mage.
So if I participate as a mage, can I not participate as a warrior?
You would be telling everyone that you're a mage, yes.
But I could still fight with a sword.
But they don't trust you. With good reason.
And keep in mind, they didn't want the Mage's Medal this year, but he's funding it anyway, despite the fact that people don't really want mages there, so it's going to be a tough sell.
I want the dagger, but I really want a crown now.
Well, you'll have to talk it over with Percival right now, because he's just ogling like, "Ooh, shiny new plate armor."
He says to you, yeah, a lot of these prizes honestly mean nothing to us. They're just stupid human trinkets. That anvil, though, if it's what I think it is, it's a magical artifact. One that will provide much power back to Orzammar.
Well, you could miss me with the magical artifact stuff, but the shiny human trinkets, I'm all about that. They got me there.
But they're also up for grabs first, my friend.
I suppose I'll have to actually try, then. But needless to say, if I do end up winning a grand prize, I have no need of an anvil. What am I going to do? Carry it on the ship back there?
So here's the deal. We're setting up this caravan because we got some of the second biggest... No, we got the biggest group here. The Oxhorns are taking the lead with us as well. Everybody else will be guarding the rear. You said that you can fight.
That's right.
Good, then maybe we can actually put you with the other barbarians. And the folks from Mantiva, they go do whatever they want.
Fair enough, then. So long as I can be a part of it and actually get to eat along the way.
We got plenty of food, but you're hunting for yourself. We're not sharing the food.
Just as well. Just as well.
As he's speaking, one of the other dwarves comes up and he says, but, Lord Kenrick, are you sure this is a good idea? Do you wish to just bring more and more people to this event? See, like this balding dwarf, also dressed pretty richly like Kenrick here. And he says, quiet, quiet, we'll take care of it. Oh, this is Lord Quinar. He is my second that has joined me for this expedition into your territory.
Lord Gunnar, a pleasure to meet you. Percival Donovan.
He kind of ignores you and he says, I don't think we should add more people that could potentially cause problems for us, sir. And he kind of just hushes him off. Did you hear me what I said?
Yes, yeah, I did.
Okay. And he said, and Kenrick says, "Oh, stop! It's all in good fun anyway. Besides, we're gonna win anyway.
Exactly. What need do you have to worry?
Our best warriors are here." And you notice, there's 14 14 dwarven warriors, along with like a dozen or so attendants with them.
You know what? I want to actually size up the competition here.
Oh, okay. What would you do to size up the competition?
Military lore.
Go for it.
With 22 and 6 stunt points.
Holy fuck. I could give you like backstories for every character if you want.
Let's keep it a little shorter, I guess.
I don't think I have not done that already, by the way.
Oh gosh, I'm sure you have, but I'm going to take a wild guess. These are all very storied, highly respected, and highly trained warriors of renown, right?
You notice 13 warriors from different, you assume from different dwarven houses. Two warriors stick out from the dwarves, and then we'll go to the other people.
Okay.
The first is a warrior wearing dark armor and has tattoos across his face. What's interesting about him is like his armor is like very like dark, almost like made of obsidian. You see like this skull motif on the shoulder blades, or the shoulder pads.
Very edgy.
Yes, that is. He looks like he's also separate from everybody else, and he doesn't say a word to anybody. Second dwarf that looks like the toughest one here out of the group is this younger-looking dwarf with a sort of like I guess a mohawk would be like the best way to explain it.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's there. He's wearing like pretty heavy armor. He also adorns himself a sword and shield. Whereas the other one, with the black armor, he's holding on to what weapons were they? I actually have it written. He's holding on to a giant battle axe. Actually, no, that's a lie. He has two battle axes. They're the small kind, almost hatchet size.
I was about to say, like, double-wielding two-handed axes, of course.
So those are the two dwarfs that stand out, but they're not the only warriors here because, like, all around you notice a large caravan of group things here. Fei Lin is already attending to it, and was already in the process of moving her stuff to this area. And you see 3 other caravans with the group. All 3 strike you, besides Fei Lin, all 3 strike you as interesting. The first is what looks like something that's coming out of Antiva, very colorful, like with decorative, a decorative wagon and things like that. And you see a somewhat young-looking man and woman together. That's the woman, very young with like reddish hair. And then you got the young man, like brownish hair. They're dressed in like heavy leather, but it's also like very rich looking and elaborate.
All right, so they're noble, they're dressed well. This looks nice. Okay.
The second caravan is literally just like a makeshift cart, where you see a couple of folks that are barely dressed at all. The only one that stands out is this fellow with like a large tattoo on his eye. And you notice he carries a large longbow, and he's dressed in what looks like bear skins and straps of leather.
Ah, these must be the barbarians they were making fun of.
The third caravan is what surprises you the most. It is a group of Kunari.
Ooh.
You see about you want to say like maybe a dozen or so. Most of them are like dressed in standard Kunari armor. They look like they are members of the Antan, which is like the military. That actually surprises you.
So they're just sending a military squad out to fight. Okay.
That's the surprising part is why, because that seems like something the Kunari would not do.
Well, plenty of time to ask for motives, I suppose. So, out of character, but so we have... Well, that's a lot of participants so far.
I will just let you know right now, this is not the only participants.
Right. But at least of the ones here, it's like, oh, these are all interesting. And just out of curiosity, so you said there were at least 2 noble dwarves and at least 12 others there. How big are teams in the Grand Melee?
It's individual.
Oh, it's individual. Okay.
There are no team. Well, the first, you probably have heard this, and you can get it confirmed by others. But the first round is usually just like a bedlam, where they like pit like 4 or 5 people at once, and the winner is the one that advances to the tiered rounds.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's just like a single elimination tournament afterwards.
Okay.
So you get the impression you're getting is that the dwarves are trying to stack the deck with as many fighters as possible to give them the best chance of winning.
Yeah, that makes sense. So we're already at a disadvantage just for having fewer people if we do join. But hey, maybe I'll get the participation trophy.
Or you just steal everything in between.
Or that happens, but I won't know about it. Right now I'm going there with honest intentions.
So after this, Kirik says, well, if you want to speak to anybody else, go ahead. We're going to be leaving hopefully tomorrow morning. It's going to take us about a month, and that'll give us just enough time to make sure that we are there for the first day of festivities.
Ah, good. Well, we'll keep to the schedule then.
At this large of a group, I'm not expecting anything to stop us save a dragon, but I think we can handle it too.
They can try if it wants.
You relay all this information to Marius.
Yeah, I'll come back. I'll have a small copy of the tournament stuff, and go. Oh well, I got this. We are good to go. They've invited us along, and we'll have to do some hunting, and we'll be in the back, but we'll get there.
Marius is deep in thought.
Just making sure you're aware.
Yeah. Yeah, it would just be like, cool.
Well, I suppose while I'm there, I guess suddenly I'm a little bit more interested in joining. I'm gonna get that plate mail if I can. I'm already wearing some, but I bet there must be something interesting about it, or it might be of good craftsmanship, and if nothing else, a good trophy.
The plate mail, this mithril version of the plate mail gives you a +2 to your armor.
Oh, nice. That'll be fun.
I mean, until it goes missing.
Well, what's that?
I said until it goes missing.
Until it goes missing, yeah.
Until it goes missing.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna steal everything. Everything except for that anvil. I'm not a magician.
So plenty of things up on the winners platform here.
I'm gonna need like 7
Strangely
mirrors.
Yeah. Strange, Mario. So they have just so many weird magical artifacts on display. Who would even need a ruby dagger?
Me. I'm looking for a ruby dagger.
Dorothy.
Of course you would need one. It has something to do with blood magic or something, of course.
No.
Well, then why do you want it?
It's used for magical rituals, not blood magic rituals.
As if there's a difference.
Is there a difference?
Yes. The lack of blood.
Well, unfortunately, you can't really participate for it, can you?
Like 1 level away from you actually having blood magic, aren't we?
Where about 800 experience points.
Yeah.
I mean, you have that one thing that's blood magic related that you can't use, or you... What?
Which I was going to level you up so you could get to level 6 because you're going to need it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no reason why I can't participate.
Sure.
I just can't do magic.
Well, it's not that you couldn't possibly in some way participate. It's that look at you, Marius.
I can swing a sword.
Of course you can.
I got armor on.
Of course you do.
I'll fight you right now. No magic.
They don't call him a war criminal for nothing.
No,
Too
go.
bad I don't have that mushroom anymore. Could have won by default.
What mushroom?
Oh, it's layers, Marius. It's layers. You poison everyone, and you go to claim your prize over all the dead bodies and realize it's already missing.
Oh
Killed
my
us.
god!
Killed the city. Created a whole new, plague of darkstalkers or whatever the hell they're called.
Not
Cool.
only a plague of darkstalkers, but ones made out of the greatest war champions on the continent that have all come to participate in one place, and now they are an army effectively together in one place, ready to strike where nobody is expecting
I mean,
it.
correction, yet to be proven the greatest because they didn't participate in the tournament yet.
Well, they all think they're cool.
They are ghouls, not darkstalkers.
Whatever. I'm just saying.
There's a big difference between the two.
I mean, not to me.
Well, they're all still going to be heavily armed, armored, and ready to go.
I mean, a ghoul and a human are both fools that can't see me. I have to negotiate less with one, that's all.
Does Marius let Percival and Lucius and all them know about the stuff he's looking for, or no?
No, he'll just mention that he's looking for a dagger. That's all.
Yeah,
Okay.
so Percival just shrugs and goes, by all means, go ahead, but you probably could not hurt a single fighter there.
Wait, you didn't keep
Yeah.
any of the stew?
We threw it
Okay.
overboard.
Alright, just let me go through a training montage, and then I'll be ready.
I want you to. I want to see what you can do. Swing your sword, short sword, with the dex.
I mean, to be fair, you look at the map here. Look how long the
Is it
stairs are.
red steel, is it +1 on top of the rune of striking +1?
It's a yes. It is a +1 to attack.
Yeah.
What's your defense for Percy?
If I'm here sparring with you for fun and I have my shield up, it's 15.
Not horrible.
I just have to roll above 11. That's fine.
Here, let me.
Ow, you hit me. Oh no.
I will literally blow you back 5 yards. Skirmish, baby.
So,
You're,
what I can do is become a statue in combat, put on heavy plate armor, a shield, then my defense goes. Well, actually, my defense goes down, but I'll get all the armor.
Where are you going to get the plate armor from, Marius?
I assume at the festival there will be an armorsmith or something.
Ah, yes, of course. Well, they have a already fully made and tailored to your size set of plate armor for someone who normally does not properly fight, and they're ready to sell it to you for 4 times the normal price.
It needs to be tailored to my size.
I mean, Percival actually basically hit the nail on the head. They can sell you armor and make it to your size, but it's going to be expensive.
I got the money.
Oh gosh, and how pathetic would that look too? You'd be wearing plate armor, and do you even have a piece of heraldry on you? Like, I have my emblem on my shield. What do you
Yeah,
even have?
I have my family heraldry, which I haven't made up yet, but there is one.
Well, do you have a flag?
Not to interrupt.
Tabard?
Not to interrupt this dressing down that you're getting, Marius. You do have the armor I gave you, right?
Yeah.
I assume that's better than the armor you were wearing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
which I think was what Whirlwind's armor for before.
Yeah, Whirlwind was wearing the magical heavy leather.
Yeah. Which, of course, I stripped you naked while you were dead and gave it to Marius.
Nope.
Because why not?
Because of course.
I mean, you're a dead body. I don't care about dead bodies. I'll see you on the other side later as whatever you turn into.
Whirlwind, now spirit of depression.
Or, just some sort of wisp. Whatever.
Yeah. But yeah.
I mean, I was going to go with spirit of depression.
Well, I mean, not everyone that dies turns into a spirit. He could just be some sort of unintelligent wisp or, just some part of the Fade.
You could also be a demon of despair.
Yeah. So Marius, so what do you have? You don't have a flag, a tabard,
well, I got my family. Paper? I got my family ring sigil, so I can just copy that onto get them to copy it onto a piece of armor.
Well, I hope you're ready to pay for it.
You don't have to be noble to actually participate in this event.
But are you really going to go naked like that? Without announcing to the world that you're noble and important? How could you?
Well, I have a plan to enter the mage tournament and the melee. So I enter the mage as a different name and the melee as another name.
And people do have eyes. What do you
I
can do
wear
for
a
your
mask.
face?
I'll wear a mask or a full helmet.
Ah. Well, I can only say the best of luck to you, Marius.
As long
And
as
of
you
course,
win.
best of fun in the ball pit.
Well, as long as you win, that's fine. Just you can win.
I'm very curious what Lucius would think about all this.
Yeah, I want to see Lucius come back and go, what's he gonna do? I'm gonna dress him down too. It's like, wait, you're gonna participate, but you're not gonna wear your heraldry too? This is the best part about having 3 nobles. Can just
I don't know. I think
tease
Lucius could
everyone
probably
about it.
win. Or Terras,
Lucius-
as I put him on the thing, because his last name was Terras, I think.
I'm not sure about his capabilities yet, just because I haven't seen very much of it, so that'll be interesting.
He's dexterity based, and he's got
Mhm.
stances. The stances allow him to get a defense equal to my own, and I'm the highest defense of us. So
Yo, that's
He's a-
pretty cool.
He's a duelist, so he does pretty well, like 1v1.
yeah, that's what I'm
That's
saying. I think he can win because he can go into a stance that gives him a defense that makes it like a 50% hit on most, probably like 40-30% chance to be
Yeah.
missed, but it's still greater than most.
So, okay. So, I guess after a bit of teasing Marius, we are at least getting ready to go.
Yes, do you wish to speak to anybody in the camp?
Gosh, there's so many people.
Steal everyone's weapons. Oh, they can't compete. That's a shame.
Well, I know I've been talking with the dwarves for a while. I'll let someone else take a pick. Marius, you want to go talk to anyone?
I'm just gonna go play with the puppies.
Palin says they've grown a little bit since you last saw them.
Yep.
I'm hoping to actually at the festival grounds they're at the perfect age for training, and maybe like a noble or two will be willing to purchase one. At least that's the hope.
And how many are they? How much are they? Would they be?
How much? We're
Yeah.
looking at. I mean, I would be asking at least 50 sovereigns.
And how many do you have?
There's you can count 7 puppies.
So I gotta win 5 events, and I could get all the puppies. Okay.
That's
Okay.
very kind of you, but
Listen,
No need
my
to be
friends,
greedy when it comes to Mabari.
my friends die a lot, so it'd be good to have some dog backups.
that's very dark and morbid, actually.
Oh, I love it. So here we have Marius trying to fill the void with dogs. He has to win.
While Percival is like, yeah, I'm gonna win myself some armor.
It sounds like fun. All right. Well, there are plenty of other people there. We met with a lot of the dwarves, and they're all very different for sure. There's the barbarian guy, but oh, but there's the nicely dressed couple. I could introduce myself to them and have a good chatter.
Ah,
See, they look like fine, perfectly well-to-do nobles. They're my type.
okay. What do you say to them?
Greetings. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Percival Donovan from Ferelden.
Look at this. Look at this, Doreen. We have another man who wishes to fight, eh?
Indeed. I wasn't thinking about it before, but I've been slowly won over to the idea of participating.
It's always those that come in the last minute, eh?
To be honest, I almost didn't even expect myself to be on this exact side of the world, but, well, may as well have some fun while I'm here.
You may call me Belleran, and this is my wife, Doreen.
Lauren, Doreen, it's a pleasure to meet you. So, what brings you to the tournament?
Doreen says, and it's going to sound exactly the same.
Yeah.
She says, well, it was mostly to test our mettle, you see. We been traveling for a long time, off of the coast of Antiva down south. And unfortunately, the craziness of the free marches has made it very difficult to pass through unscathed.
It has been difficult times, for sure.
Thankfully, we are at least of some means. And meeting these dwarves has been very fortuitous for us.
They're an odd sort of bunch, but at least they are accommodating in the end.
They are very one-track minded. They really wish to win this competition. I don't know if I honestly trust them that much, but that is me.
Well, they've come equipped for war by the looks of it, with the sort of fighters they're bringing. The only ones I'd say have come more ready for it are the Kunari over there. Strange
Oh,
enough to
yes.
see.
They have barely said a word to us.
Mm,
They barely say a word to anybody, to be fair. Whatever reason they are here, I do not know. But apparently they had somebody speak to the dwarves and they agreed to accompany.
I've never known them to be big speakers, but if they're here and they're going to participate, it's just one more thing for us to worry about. It's good, upstanding folk.
Do Canari care about such games? All I hear is that they are war uh, mongers.
Well, it's a good point, but I suppose even they need to have some fun every now and then, right? Maybe this is just how they do it.
Perhaps you could ask them. I've been too afraid to go near them.
They are a bit standoffish. Maybe. Percival just like scratching his chin, like trying to think, like, how do I introduce myself to these people?
That's a good question.
What would they even say?
You're assuming they'll say something.
I'm assuming they would. Just imagine Percival getting like stonewalled for like half an hour trying to go get them to open up. It's a frightening prospect for sure, one way or another. Still, by the sounds of it, people are in for the prizes. Sounds like the dwarves are interested in that anvil thing. Can't imagine why, of course, but...
It is probably some magical artifact for the dwarves. Sentimental reasons, of course. We are here for the glory ourselves.
Not quite interested in anything at all, I suppose.
Well, I will be participating in the Grand Melee. I hope to win fame and fortune like many of those of the Grand Tourney in previous years. And Diva is due for a win.
Well, you can't go wrong choosing fame and fortune as your prize, that's for sure.
I will also be participating, says Doreen, but I will be using my skills on different courses.
I'll have to decide myself at the end, but the Grand Melee is tempting, that's for sure. Drunken axe throwing, though. I saw that was on the list. Now, that just sounds like a fun time.
I think it is. Unofficial drunken axe throwing, but it will be
All
there.
the better then. What's there to lose?
Well, your fingers for one.
I have 10 of them. I'm sure I could part with one or two. Bit of Ferelden humor there. Oh no, did we lose Rob for there for a second?
No, I'm thinking, what the hell am I going to say to that? I got nothing. So
That's fine. We could just dissolve into pleasantries if you'd like.
sure, that's what it kind of goes back into.
There we go. Noble camaraderie. That's what we're doing. So I think Percival's going to spend his time doing that, and go ahead and pass.
Acedia or Marius?
Well, you ever seen what I'm doing?
Stealing from everyone's pockets.
I'm gonna go up to the Canary.
Oh shit, this is...
Oh boy, here we go. Do it.
I didn't see this coming. I probably should have.
So how many are there?
Do you actually go up and say hi?
Yeah, I'll wander up to them. So you part of the queue? You one of those? Canary?
They, none of them... They all ignore you completely, but then one of them does come up to you. You see that he's like dressed fully in what looks like Vitar and Anton armor. You've seen this before in your military history. This looks like a maybe a field commander or something like that, or a skirmisher. And he says to you in a very gravelly voice, in broken like common trade tongue. He says, "You may call me Troon. What do you seek from Kunari?"
Well, are you Canary or part of the Tower Shelf?
We are of the Antam. The Beresad's vanguard sent us here.
I just turn and walk away. And then sit down and watch them carefully.
You notice that since you walked away, two Kunari warriors have been watching you like a hawk as well.
I'm staring them down. I really need that mushroom again.
Oh, just escape every awkward scenario by turning everyone to darkspawn.
Yeah, because that's gonna really help you in the future.
It worked once, it can work again.
Oh god.
Maybe I won't go into the melee if they're going to be there. It's going to be hard.
Roll. Do you have any skills that would give you like insight on the Kunari or the Kun?
Really just personal history, I guess.
Cultural lore would work, or if you have any knowledge of the Kun itself, that would work as well. But it would be a cunning roll.
No, I don't have anything specific.
So just straight cunning. Yeah, it's like, God, if these guys enter the tournament, they're probably going to win easily. You didn't even know that the Kunari would be allowed into these type of things.
I'm going to complain to the organizer and say, you can't let the Canary in. You can't. No.
So I'm just gonna make a note here to change Marius' name on the overlay to Karen.
Of course. Okay. So you walk away, make a note to complain, and I guess that's the talk we're doing then, huh?
Hold on, I'm resolving something.
Yeah, resolving the behind-the-scene actions.
Yeah, I don't know why I did it in private anyway. I think I did it in private because you were talking, and I was like, I'm not gonna interrupt for my own bullshit.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I see you stabbed someone really well.
No, that was just to compare. You're like, oh, yeah,
Yeah.
let's see how Marius can do. I was like, fuck that. So yeah, I can do. I never get into a melee. See how my melee is.
Playful sparring.
Well, it wasn't until Lucius came around that I forgot. Oh wait, some of these weapons are dexterity based.
Yeah, important distinction there.
I don't do a lot of damage, but I'll probably hit every time. I did start putting points into strength just because I want to be able to climb and swim.
Mm-hmm.
You know, cross a moat and climb the wall, kill the king.
I didn't get to mention this because I did it off screen, but this character rolled really well for stats. Like, Whirlin had zeros across the board. He had nothing and had to crawl his way back up.
I noticed.
This guy's just like, oh, I got 3 4s. What are you gonna do about it?
I noticed. It shows.
It's so weird playing a character who's just good at everything and just incidentally has 2 magic.
Well, let's hope you don't get poisoned by one of your teammates or something.
Yup. Turn to darkspawn immediately. So, you gotta spoiler it for us now. How much gold is Acedia getting?
Not much.
Ah.
Yeah, these people are all broke.
What a shame.
It's also great to know that you got something that's probably important from a person that you were clearly not paying attention when the story was happening.
Yeah, I wrote it privately. That's what makes it important.
Oh, shit. Of course. You know, the one thing I don't give a shit about is the thing I get information on.
It's the one thing that they only care about. Everybody else is just after the prizes. They don't know anything about the prizes.
Just to clarify, I'm pickpocketing everyone. I'm not just pickpocketing the dwarves.
Ah, okay. Well, if that's the case,
why would I be racist against the dwarves only?
I don't know. Roll another 66 then.
Even worse.
Add that to the sovereign count. And with that missive, I'll give you one more missive. I'm going to type it out, okay?
Go for it. Might as well type it in the open.
All right. Well, but if that's the case, I'll do it out in the open and just tell you.
Well, don't tell me. Type it out so I can copy it. You've apparently never looked at my character notes section of my sheet.
I actually do not, because I trust you guys are doing that correctly.
No, I just mean in the persona areas where I keep all my notes about who I stole what from and where. While you're typing that, how much do you two think I have money-wise?
I'm gonna guess around 100 at this point.
Yeah, 100 to 200.
Right.
You know what? I'm gonna do the Price is Right thing here. 201.
Well, that's not the Price is Right thing. The Price is Right thing is just to say 1.
Right. 1 is the bet you make when you think everyone else is going to get it wrong. 201 is where you think someone else has it close to right, but you want to be a dick about it and do 1 over.
Well, 201 is what you would say if you thought that I had more than 200 and somebody said 200. Now, Marius's guess doesn't make any sense at all because you can't do that on The Price is Right. I believe it's somewhere between 100 and 200.
Yeah, you can't just, guess ranges.
There you go. That's the other thing you find.
Awesome. Didn't help me at all. You would be surprised at how many plot devices I believe that Rob slips my way when I steal from people that I'm like, well, this is bullshit, I don't care about this.
I do, and it's up to you to do stuff with it.
And
so.
I don't. I just don't do stuff with it.
I know!
I'm still holding on to a lot of it.
Take the plot information, burn it quickly.
One of these days, sir, you will not do it still. Anyway.
Look, my character is after certain things. Maybe he's not paying attention to the whole story that's going on.
I kind of figured that at this point.
Oh, it's okay. I did pay attention to a lot of it. It's just like, you know, what do
Characters,
I care,
right?
right?
I get that.
It's like, what do I care? It's like, okay, I've got this note from this guy, and he's doing this thing, he's doing that thing, and they're gonna go out. I don't care what they do. Just let them do it. Let's see what plan they come up with on their own without the plot-breaking note that will tell them everything. I did that already once, remember? I got all the information on the very first thing, and I literally hand-wrapped it and gave it to you guys. And then 2 sessions later, you read the note. It's like, okay.
Because they never checked.
Yeah, it's like, okay, well, the effort doesn't pay off, so let's just see what they do on their own, and then I'll steal the loot from their bodies when they get killed for it.
Oh, goodness.
That's what I did. I'm holding on to a mace +1 right now for no reason.
You could give it to somebody.
I could, but who am I going to give it to? One's a duelist. That's not a mace thing. I don't even know Donovan. Marius ain't going to use it.
Give it to the dwarves. Maybe you can get favors or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah, just cause chaos behind the scenes, hand it off between NPCs, and just let them go at each other's throats for fun.
You say, get favor for the dwarves. They can't remember me. I'm like the anonymous gift in Ironclaw. I'm that. I can't get social benefits because they have to remember me for me to get a bonus with them. Not gonna happen. It's easier for me to just say random shit at them and then have them forget me and just keep spewing random shit until I hit the thing that hits them. Like, oh yeah, my son went to school at that academy. What are you talking about? You're obviously, your son couldn't go to that academy. You're not a dwarf. Leave, come back. You know, my wife adopted a... Just keep coming back with random shit. You know, I really like cats. I fucking hate cats. You know, I love, Mimbari? Are they called Mimbari? I'm gonna come back when I remember the name. Go back again. 7 days straight. If they can't remember me, they're never gonna remember the conversations that we've had, so it's... I'm literally gonna come back to them one day and pull the Groundhog's Day of, oh hey, I sat behind you at... and, oh yeah, I remember you. And then we're gonna have sex, and they're gonna give me all this stuff.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
I think this is a good spot to end it.
You give me.
I think so, because next time we're gonna do the travel.
If you guys spend a lot of time in one area, I am gonna fuck with somebody or fuck somebody. Something's gonna happen.
Before we end, I was going to ask a favor from Moscow to fuck with the Kunari to get them banished from the caravan or whatever would happen.
I'm gonna. It's up to you, Acedia. You give him the missive.
I like the idea that Marius is gonna pass a message to me. Has no idea where I'm at, if I'm even the same person anymore. Is Marius in a room somewhere? Hey, Moscow.
There's really no rooms. You're outside of Kirkwall.
Right, I'm just in my
city.
imagination. He's standing next to a wall or something. I don't know. Where would he think to whisper into the darkness?
I'll wait till everyone goes to sleep, and I just wander out for a bit and just start whispering, Moscow, fuck with the Kunari.
That's what I'm saying. Is you're more at risk of a random person hearing you than anything else. Who the fuck is that weird Tevinter guy who's just mumbling shit about the Kunari? And a mosaic? Whatever.
Yeah, like the random people are giving you a wide berth. They think you're just some sort of crazy hobo.
Alright.
We're just in a weird spot, that's all.
So I think you said you wanted to just level us up to 6. Was that right?
Yeah, just so at least you get at least a taste of the specialization stuff.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and set that there, and let's see what. I'll just go ahead and do the health roll. Let's take a look.
Yeah, go ahead. Do the health rolls.
Yeah, I just gotta figure out.
Oh shit, what is that again?
Don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure
I
out.
think it's pinned in the chat.
Here we go. 1d6 plus Constitution.
That's mage.
That's gaining levels in general.
Oh, levels. Okay. I'm actually pulling it up on my end.
Yep, from levels 1 to 10.
Yep. So my Constitution 2, so that's an extra 5 for me, bringing me to 55.
You're only at 55?
Yes, apparently.
I just went up to 59.
I'm at 54, and I'm a mage.
Wow, you just claimed that you had great rolls, Griff, and then pointed out that you have bad health rolls.
I never said that I had good health rolls. Is that a good stat?
All right, level 6 is specialization.
Yep. I think I was looking at champion for myself, actually.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Do you also get the primary ability thing?
I believe, yes, it's every even level is primary, yes?
Well, dexterity 6 then.
30 and 2 Constitution is going to be plus 12.
I believe that's also
I'm
a
like
focus.
4 points below average HP is what I have. All right.
There it is.
I'll go ahead and do more character stuff off screen, but let's go ahead and do some shout outs and wrap it up. Want to go ahead and give yourself a shout out, Rob?
Real quick shout out then. I'm Rob G. I do a lot of tabletop games and GMing late, getting back into it after missing out for like 5-6 years, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And I also write for techraptor.net. That's techraptor.net for all your gaming needs. We got news, reviews, previews, interviews, editorials, guides, and that kind of stuff. Definitely check out our website. Tyler, who's usually here, also writes for the site. And yeah, that's all I have. And after all of you.
All right. And of course, I'm Griffin. This is Theta. Come join us later tonight for Dungeons & Dragons, and join us Sundays and Wednesdays at 10, 2, and 6 Eastern Standard Time, where we'll be playing different games. And of course, join us every other week for our new podcast, where we'll be having guest Lessons Learned, who is DMing Dungeons & Dragons, talking with us about various gaming topics and design.
Hey, guests.
Yep. So for right now, thanks everyone for being here. Thanks for playing. Thanks for running. And we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.
See you later.